Quail trainer, Darlene Ellert.
Thank you and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Shamu Stadium. Because of this joyous occasion, you're in for a unique Shamu show today. You could say whatever we'll be doing really depends on baby Shamu. And now, here to help us celebrate our silver anniversary, along with the birth of baby Shamu, trainer Al Garber, along with Can Do, and our newest star, baby Shamu.
Well, hi there, Can Do. You know, I think everybody out here is really excited about SeaWorld's 25th anniversary and the birth of baby Shamu. So, are you all ready to get things started? Oh, that's great. I'll tell you what, the first thing we should do is give everybody a good chance to take a look at a killer whale.
Okay, while we do that, why don't we look at some of the physical characteristics that make killer whales unique. The most obvious thing is size. They are huge, up to 30 feet long. At birth, baby Shamu was 250 pounds and was 6.5 feet in length. Now, you can't help but notice the striking black and white coloration. This disruptive pattern disguises her actual shape, perhaps confusing some would-be prey. Now, let me ask a question of all the children in the audience. How many of you think that baby Shamu is just a big fish? Okay, and how many of you think that baby Shamu is a mammal? That's good, because baby Shamu, like all whales and dolphins, actually is an air-breathing mammal who has adapted to a watery environment.
Tell you what, Can Do, why don't you go out there and give everybody a great big wave hello.
Can Do is waving at you with her pectoral flipper. Even though this flipper appears featureless, if you were to look at an x-ray, you'd see elements of the forelimbs of land mammals in a bone structure like that of a human hand. All of these features and adaptations do more than ensure her survival in a harsh environment. In fact, combined, they make her the top predator in the sea. There is no disputing she has earned the name Killer. Her teeth are 44 in number, conically shaped, interlocking, designed for ripping and tearing. But probably the most important factor in her success as a hunter is her unequaled ability to swim. A layer of blubber provides buoyancy and serves to streamline the body. The large pectoral flippers provide maneuverability while the dorsal fin acts as a stabilizer. But the essence of a killer whale's swimming ability lies in their powerful tail. The large, flattened flukes moving up and down give them tremendous propulsion.
That's right, Can Do. Let's put it in gear.
Killer whales can reach speeds up to 30 miles per hour in the open ocean.
That's right, Darlene, but most people don't get the opportunity to see killer whales in the open ocean. So right now, they can watch Can Do as baby Shamu tries to keep up as they pour on the speed. And coming around this next corner, Can Do is going to be joined by our superstar, Shamu.
Swimmers. But in fact, they are not confined to the water. No matter how often we see it, it still almost defies the imagination that a creature can lift their bodies completely out into the water.
Sitting right over
fact, the popular Hollywood series states that space is the final frontier. If that is true, then the current frontiers must certainly be the oceans of our own planet. Much of it is still unexplored and uncharted, and there is much to be learned from it and its inhabitants. Before we can ever speak to a creature from outer space, some feel that we may someday be able to communicate with different species of animals from our own planet. Whales, dolphins, and maybe even Shamu. The success we've had to date in communicating with Shamu has primarily been in training him to respond to a series of different hand signals. Curtis, maybe you can give us a demonstration.
Sure, I'll just use my left hand, draw it along the side of my body. This is a hand signal. That means for Shamu to do what's known as a flip wave. So he took a breath, raised his flip.
Hey, he did it. That's great. But we're trainers and we get to do this every day.
Well, why don't we let everybody join in on the fun?
Well, that's a great idea. Okay, it looks like Curtis is going to be taking Shamu out over to your left so you can get a close-up look. It looks like trainer Shauna Corrin is coming out with Shamu's friend Namu, ready to get things started off.
That's right. Everybody over on this side is going to get a chance to meet Namu. We're coming out right now.
Now, out front here, this is a good opportunity to show everybody how well the whales can see through the acrylic. So we'll need a volunteer to help us out. Okay, right here. We'll try a couple of mimic procedures. What I need you to do is stand right in front of Shamu, then march in place. Raise your knees up real high, just like that.
I don't believe these goddamn people.
Okay, now why don't you turn around in circles? Thanks a lot. Go ahead and have a seat.
Hey, Curtis, I have an idea. How about we try a hand signal?
Which one would you like to do?
How about the hands over the head?
Hands over the head. All right. I'll need about 4 volunteers for this one. Okay, right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can come down too. Okay, I need all of you to stand right in front of Shamu. Put your arms out, palms up, just like that. Now, when I count to 3, you throw your hands straight up over your head, but not until I count to 3. Everybody get in a little bit more over this side. How you doing over there, Shauna?
We're all set. Anytime you're ready.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye from Shamu, and we'll see her a little bit later on in the show. Right now, I'm going to help with this section right here. We're training Shamu to watch the audience, and on your signal, do something spectacular. So I need this entire section to stand up. All right. Now, when I count to 3, take both your hands, throw them straight up over your head. You can trust me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Shamu saw you, and he's on his way. He's getting set to jump for joy, and he'll spread some of that joy all over the perch and road. For Shamu, he did 2 breaches, but we want him to show up right where Al Garver is slapping that target pole. So when we have a full stadium, we can make sure we get a lot of people wet. So we'll try this one more time. We're actually training Shamu on this one. He did it. He did 2 breaches, but we want him to show up right where we're slapping. So we'll try this one more time. Here we go. Make sure he's watching. 1, 2, 3. Now this is the first time we've ever asked Shamu to try this twice. So let's put our arms down one more time. He's quite unsure what I'm asking him to do. Shamu, you got to watch all these people up here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Shamu's playing a little game here. It's called Look Curtis. Let Curtis look a little bit stupid here. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's see how he does. Now, Al will be slapping that target right on the water. Shamu should be able to hear that underneath the water. There we go.
Now that you folks have gotten some idea of what we've been able to teach the whales, I think we should consider something even more important, what they have taught us. We are constantly learning, and perhaps some of the things we learn will help us find different ways of communicating. But first, we need to find out all we can on how the whales communicate to each other. Now, Curtis, can you tell us what Shamu is doing?
Sure, Darlene. That's called a lobtail. It's something to observe Shamu and the other whales doing on their own, in between shows and in the back pools.
They slap the surface of the water, but do we know why?
Not exactly, but we do know that it makes a loud sound that can be heard for quite a distance.
Why don't we show everybody some of the other noises that Shamu can make?
Sure, Shamu can make a wide variety of sounds right out of his blowhole. Let's listen.
Thanks a lot, Shamu. Now you might be wondering if these sounds can be heard below the surface as well.
Why don't we find out? I'll roll Shamu over. We'll turn on our hydrophone so we can listen underwater.
Not only are we training through the use of sight and sound, but through the use of touch as well. Curtis, how do you go about touching a killer whale?
The answer to that is very carefully. Over the years, it's been a slow, cautious, step-by-step process. And we found that the whales have very sensitive skin. In fact, we even train them to respond to some physical signals. For instance, if I wanted Shamu to roll over and slap his tail flukes on the water, all I have to do is place the palm of my hand right to the end of his rostrum. Good, Shamu.
Obviously, in trying to communicate with Shamu, there is a great barrier. He is a creature of the ocean, and we are of the land. He cannot enter our world, however, we can enter his, at least for a while. Right now, Curtis is planning to spend a few minutes in the water with Shamu, and he does so with the utmost care and concentration, using everything he's learned in training, sight, sound, and touch to stay in control. Let's just watch Curtis and Shamu. We just might learn something ourselves.
There is a quest some people share, a fascination for all living things, miraculous and rare, a need to learn, to open shining new frontiers. The quest can be found far away, sometimes very near. To touch the deep, to breathe the foam, to see how life can grow in one place, and call this world its home of mystery.
Thanks a lot, Shamu. That was great. You know, folks, most of the time with Shamu, it's been either training him or observing him. Sometimes you just want to have some fun. So what do you say, Shamu? Let's bring out your pal Nemu. Let's get some more of these people wet. Shamu and a killer whale high hurdle. Shamu took the signal. He'll take a sliding bow over the right end of the pool. This helps him start his dive down to the bottom, which is 36 feet deep. Generating his speed to lift over 8,000 pounds of killer whale all the way up and over. She'll take her sliding bow on the left end of the pool. This time she'll test her speed and agility with an incredible backside. Once again, this is Shamu. Believe it or not, folks, we still have one more jump to show you. Right now, Kelly and Al are lowering two 40-foot target poles over the center of the pool. We'll feature both Shamu and Namu on a killer whale high jump. All right, looks like the target poles are all set in their positions. The whales are ready. They'll take their sighting valves in opposite corners of the pool. Namu over to your left and Shamu over to your right. Then they'll crisscross underneath the water and try to touch the ends of the target poles. Here they are, superstars, Namu and Shamu.
there's an old saying that you learn something new every day, and nowhere is that more true than here in Shamu Stadium. As we enter our 25th year and celebrate the birth of baby Shamu, we have rededicated ourselves to a quest of more knowledge and understanding of our oceans and all the magnificent creatures they contain. As we invite you to continue your Shamu experience on our new elevated skywalk, we hope that you will share that quest and join the celebration of our life.
Have a great day. Here's to you, everybody. Bye-bye.
There's a kid over there.
No, we took by ourselves.
What is it costing the bus trip?
I don't know. We never took them.
I think she's going on a bus. It's only going to cost them like $26. They go on Saturday, come home on Sunday night,
Yeah.
and they got a room.
Are you running tape on that thing or what? Huh?
I don't even know who it is.